Howard
I
on
know
this.
that you're going to care a lot about this. Tories are to crack down on hated 20-mile-an-hour zones.
Wow, Howie.
They are. Look, people have died for this, calling me Howie, Jeremy. Right. I'll let you
Howie.
I knew I was going to get away with that. Yeah, the 20-mile-an-hour zone, it's ridiculous. And, I know people say it saves lives, and it doesn't. There's been a study done in Belfast University which shows there's no demonstrable difference between 20-mile and 30-mile-an-hour in accidents and fatalities. And more to the point, at 20-mile-an-hour, there's more emissions coming out than at 30-mile-an-hour and those sorts of things. And let's face it, London is a gridlock. And just ask any black cab driver. He gets 6 points. Doing 23 over 20 or twice, he loses his business.
I have to say, I came in this morning and it's almost 20 miles an hour along the embankment the whole time now. I can't, and I'm not just saying, I don't understand how that does anything more than cause even more problems. I also had a situation this morning, I'd love you to take it, this lot think I rant the whole day, sat at the traffic lights waiting to turn into London Bridge, cyclist, straight through the red light, police car sat next to me, absolutely zilch. Howard, what is wrong with us?
It's ridiculous and what happens. And when I become Mayor of London, all this is going to go. The 20-mile-an-hour limits are going, there's pinch points, the HGV-sized cycle lanes, they're all going. We're going to get London moving again. We have to do that. And I'm not just doing it because I'm a petrol head, far from it. We need to get the economy moving again. I'm the only candidate that's proven that what Sadiq Khan has done, particularly with you, Les, has cost the GDP of London £1 billion we lose every year.
But it's not just London-centric, is it?
No, that's correct.
These 20-mile-an-hour zones exist.
Didn't work in Wales,
look
did
at Wales.
In Wales. No, but I will...
Worked for Drakeford, did it?
I will also stick up for, in certain local
outside schools,
neighbourhoods, outside schools, in residential areas, absolutely, they are a good thing.
But not on the embankments in London.
I accept that.
Do you know what I mean? I think that... And again, we talk about politics and common sense. To me, that doesn't... And I read this cynically this morning. Tories to crack down on hated 20... What? Because we're 6 months from election. They've done nothing about this. You've been badgering them for years, haven't you?
Well, let's face it. He's got so many czars, and in today's Taxpayers Alliance press release, they've come out and said there's 1,100 people under his administration, Sadiq Khan, all earning over £100,000. We've got these czars. Yes, I'm going to get rid of all czars except one. A sensible road user czar, which will actually look at road speed limits and things like that.
Can I apply for that job?
You've got it, but you'd have to take a cut.
Listen, whatever happened to the czar for common sense, or was that under Liz Truss?
No, that's Esther McVeigh.
It's Esther McVeigh.
Yes, it is.
Come on, I know Esther. She's a very fine woman, Esther
But what does she...
Has she got a lot of common sense?
Does this land under her remit?
Do you... there is... I mean...
I haven't heard much common sense recently, so I'm wondering what she's doing.
I've always been on the side of motorists, not just because we know each other. I don't understand it, and to me it's rather cynical that it's happening right now. One other thing, you are standing for London Mayor. Obviously, we've made that point, we've been open. There is a story coming out of Shoreditch. I'd love your reaction to them. It's absolutely terrifying. You know, sometimes we do... So this two people have been hit, struck by crossbows, 10 days apart, same area, 7:30 at night. When we were listening to Nick Ellerby, who we'll go to later as well in Shoreditch, Nick and I were Googling.
I just
you can buy
Googled
a
it.
crossbow, right?
Yeah.
Online.
They're legal if you're over 18 and there's no checks put in place.
It's absolutely ludicrous, ridiculous. And Sir Mark Rowley should be doing something and really campaigning hard to stop this. All of the crime, all the crime. I mean, knife crime's up 40% under Sadiq Khan. This thing with the crossbow thing is very, very scary indeed. How accessible these things are, it beggars belief.
I think tech companies need to take some responsibility, don't you?
And also, just worth pointing out that knife crime isn't just a London-centric problem as well. Knife
Sorry,
crime
Nicola, I apologise.
No, it's just to our viewers who don't live in London. You know, knife crime is going up around the country as well, so it's not just a London.
I want big tech companies. We did that JK Live. We bought 2 knives, dirty great knives,
Zombie
online
knives.
in 20. I mean, zombie knives, ridiculous. So all of this, but what would you say to the people of Shoreditch in London? This is a story in the national newspaper. I mean, these people are frightened to go out naturally.
Well, I would say, as potential Mayor of London, I'm so sorry for what you're going through. Yeah, I'm afraid we've got a mayor that actually virtual signals about everything else, but doesn't come out and say that crime's got to be clamped upon. So Mark Rowley's got to do something about it. Were you aware that about between 5 and 10% of policemen are on the beat, as Bobby's on the beat? That means 90% aren't. They're policing the internet. Free speech.
Said it for years. Intel comes from foot traffic, doesn't it, with policemen and women on the street?
But obviously, there's a rise in cybercrime. There's a rise in terrorist threats, etc. So it is also vitally important.
But cybercrime doesn't kill people.
No, but certainly
No,
terrorism.
but we need
etc.
more on the streets.
Sure.
You
Yeah,
can't do
And
90,
this has
10.
been a complaint
Yeah.
of local residents in this area, is that ever since the initial Crossbow incident, there should have
Nobody
been
there.
more police officers.
We need them on the street, but we also need them to know what to do when something happens.
Precisely.
Because I think that's a massive problem as well. It's like what you were just saying about the bicycle going through a red light. I mean, it does seem that sometimes when there are police present, nothing's actually happening. They do kind of just take a step
But you would
back
understand,
and
without
let things
starting a
go.
huge debate, because we're in our usual rush, you would understand people's frustration that somebody can go through red light and a cop is stuck there. And then if somebody phones up the police and says, oh, somebody's called me a nasty name, 15 cops
That's
come
the
round
point.
for a hate crime. It's nuts. Let's get some balance. And good police work comes from intel, and intel comes from people on the streets. That's it. Whatever that crime.
But, you know, with as many laws as there are in place, it has to. Those laws have to be clear to
Yep.
police officers, and perhaps it's the case that hate crime laws are a little bit clearer than cycling laws, which needs to.
I'd arrest them all.
Well, we're going to move on now, thanks to Olivia
Lycra-wearing,
Fitzgerald.
leg-shaving,
And
lazy
nothing wrong
people.
with shaving your legs, Jeremy. And Reform candidate for London.
Do you want to
Mayor,
talk about that?
Howard Cox. I do shave my legs. That's